On the table, big weekend here. Speaking of Kentucky,
the Kentucky Derby, Lee.
My old Kentucky home, 150th race. This race should be special. This race instead is shrouded by controversial around the twin steeples there. The best horse in the race is not entered. Follow me on this. As you recall, legendary trainer Bob Baffert was suspended a couple of years ago. A positive drug test for the Derby winner Medina Spirit. Medina Spirit has since passed away because of a heart attack. This situation with Baffert's not resolved. Neither is the death of 12 horses. A year ago this week, 12 horses died at Churchill Downs that week and leading into and through Kentucky Derby Day. They've not been able to configure if there was one rationale why all these horses broke down. The top horse in the field should have been Muth, a Baffert-trained horse owned by a firm that had filed a lawsuit trying to get an injunction to allow Baffert to put the horse in the Derby. Baffert agreed to a 2-year suspension because of the Medina Spirit controversy. Baffert was not allowed to enter any of his horses for 2 years at Churchill Downs. He was allowed to take his horses and assign them to a different trainer. That trainer could then enter them, and that happened each of the past 2 years. Then Churchill Downs, there was an asterisk in the clause with the 2-year suspension, said he must apply for reinstatement. He applied for reinstatement. They said, no, you have not been contrite enough. We're going to add a 3rd-year suspension.
What?
Yeah. So therefore, Baffert has no horses in the Derby. Baffert elected not to take Muth and transfer it to another trainer that would have put that horse in the Derby. And instead, Baffert, in essence, has stepped back and said, fine, we won't run Churchill Downs. I'm taking my entire stables and we'll be at the Preakness at Pimlico and we'll be at Belmont Stakes. So we got all this swirling around Baffert, the 12 deaths last year that they've never been able to come up with a solution to. All those because, quote, he didn't show enough contrition. I think, to me, it's horribly detrimental. I was with the president of Del Mar a week ago, and he indicated to me Baffert will be fine. Horse racing will be fine. There just won't be any sightings of Baffert on Churchill Downs Saturday, Derby Saturday. But he'll be back. He'll be back for the Triple Crown. He'll be back out here, etc. So I just don't understand. Churchill Downs, you didn't show enough contrition. We're going to add a 3rd year to the suspension. Holy cow.
That's injustice. I mean,
detrimental to the sport.
Yeah, it's almost like they want to just beat Baffert down. You know, it's like bend the knee. You know, that's bizarre. Now, I want to just an unusual question here. You know, you look at horse racing and you got the 3 big races for the Triple Crown. I know there's a couple of others. And then you got all these major events for golf and tennis and auto racing. You know, of all of those sports events, which one do you think is the most special?
Oh, I think the signature events would be Churchill Downs on Saturday, Indy 500 on Memorial Day, obviously Super Bowl Sunday. I would say those are the top 3. I don't know that the NBA Championship Series or the NHL Stanley Cup Finals are anywhere near those upper echelon ones. I do think some of the, quote, Olympic events are really, really special. But no, the big 3 are the big 3.
Yeah. The Masters is a good one, too.
Well, they should have.
Yeah, the Masters is there. So,
up until this year.
But I have a friend of mine. He has a Kentucky Derby party at his house every year. And I think it's just kind of a cool event to do that in early May.
You like mint juleps? A little too sweet for me. I've tried that. Said, nah, pass.
Yeah, I think I'm not into that.
Okay, it is time for fans.